I've put off making this video because the topic is so dense and I didn't feel like an expert. I still don't. But I do own some Bitcoin and I have been fascinated with the emergence of NFTs. So I figured what better way to become more knowledgeable about a topic than to teach it. Let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was started by a mysterious creator. And by mysterious, I mean no one knows who it is. There's a few celebrities and tech moguls that claim that they know who created Bitcoin, but the general public has no idea. When I was first considering investing in Bitcoin, one of my first questions was what gives Bitcoin its value? The US dollar used to be backed by the gold standard, meaning that for every dollar you had, the Federal Reserve had a dollar of gold in the bank. And that's what gave it its value. It was literally backed by gold. Today, we aren't on the gold standard anymore. So the US dollar is now backed by the good faith of the US government. And say what you will about that, but it's actually got a lot of advantages over the gold standard. So what gives Bitcoin that value? Two things. There is a finite amount of Bitcoin. This mysterious creator wrote into the source code that there will only be 21 million Bitcoin ever produced. There has already been just shy of 19 million Bitcoin produced, leaving only 2 million left. We'll talk about how Bitcoins are actually produced in just a minute. The second thing that gives Bitcoin its value is it operates on what's called the blockchain. Stay with me. When you swipe your debit card to buy a pizza, the credit card reader sends a signal to your bank checks your account and sees that you have enough to pay for the pizza. Your bank then sends an approval back to the credit card reader saying that you're approved to buy the pizza. Once the transaction is complete, your bank then transfers the cost of the pizza to the bank that the pizza place uses, and then the pizza place can now use that money. The blockchain eliminates the bank. It goes directly from person to person. Now you might be saying, well, good. It seems overly complicated to go through a bank, back to the credit card reader, to another bank. It just gets really confusing. I can just Venmo somebody $5 and skip that entire process. It might seem that way, but Venmo still follows essentially that same process. Banks provide accountability, traceability, and accurate financial records. So if you eliminate the bank, there has to be a way to maintain the integrity of financial transactions. The blockchain accomplishes this by having every transaction be public knowledge. So if I pay you $5 for my share of pizza, literally the entire world will have the ability to see that transaction. Kind of similar to Venmo, where you have the list of all of your friends and what they've paid each other for. And if those transactions are public, that means that everyone can verify the accuracy of those transactions, therefore providing accountability, traceability, and accurate financial records. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to be verifying transactions. That's where the idea of mining Bitcoin comes into play. Stay with me. This mysterious creator knew that there would have to be a way to incentivize people to verify transactions. No one is just going to spend their Saturday morning reviewing the world's transactions.
Why is no one having a good time? I specifically requested it.
So there is a reward for verifying transactions in the form of new Bitcoin. It's far more complicated than that, but for the purposes of this video, the more transactions you verify or mine, the more Bitcoin you receive. But remember, there's only 2 million Bitcoin left. So how do you incentivize people to continue verifying transactions when there's no more Bitcoin to be mined? From what I could find out, it seems like the plan is that once all the Bitcoin has been mined, there will be a small transaction fee associated with every purchase that you make with Bitcoin, and whoever verifies that transaction receives that fee. But it's very difficult to do this on a large scale. You need massive amounts of servers, energy, and space. So what I anticipate will happen is you'll have a handful of companies that will rise up. They'll make their money off of the transaction fees that you and I will pay. And then they'll be able to provide accountability, traceability, and accurate financial records, kind of like a bank. One of Bitcoin's biggest claim to fame is that it is a decentralized currency. No banks. But if all transactions depend on a small handful of industry giants verifying all of the transactions, it will just naturally become centralized. Food for thought. But for now, the blockchain still feels like uncharted territory, a new frontier of currency, if you will, which has led to this digital piece of artwork selling for $7.5 million. The internet is stupid. But that's next week's video. So if it's been a week since I've posted this video, check around here somewhere, the video will be up. But thank you guys for watching. I've been super encouraged by the growth of this channel so far. I still get notifications every time somebody subscribes, so please subscribe to this channel. It would absolutely make my day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.